Alright guys, gals, and everything in between, I know I've fallen painfully behind on a lot of my stuff. Like, wow, I have never been this far behind, but things have been really busy. I'm working on a campaign right now for my local city's mayor race. I'm actually directing her videos. I have a lot of things going on, so it's just been really hectic. I'm sorry. I promise I'll get back on the horse. I'm also working on a Doctor Who series, which has been taking up a lot of my time. Anyways, no excuses. I'm back. Here we go. Alright guys, gals, and everything in between, I'm here today to review for you War for the Planet of the Apes. War for the Planet of the Apes is the third film in the Planet of the Apes prequel trilogy, if you want to call it that. And I had some issues with Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and I loved Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And that one shocked me. I thought that was gonna be atrocious. But it ended up actually pulling out and being a great film. We have War for the Planet of the Apes, and that one, oh, this film is amazing. So, War for the Planet of the Apes is directed by Matt Reeves. And since Cloverfield in 2008, I have been saying that Matt Reeves does not get enough credit in this industry. He deserves so much, and yeah, you're saying, like, how does he deserve more credit when he's doing Planet of the Apes and Batman? It's because he never really gets to be a household name. And Matt Reeves completely deserves to be a household name. He's just incredible in everything he does, whether it be just the way shots should be composed, that you know that it's, I mean, yes, a lot of credit to the cinematographer, but like where he wants to visually make the story go and how he wants actors to portray it, it all feels very real. This film, and it's no exception, it feels very real. Every shot. It doesn't feel like a movie. The uncanny valley with apes or anything like that, CG-wise, totally gone. They look and feel real. The eyes move right. Everything works. And again, that movie trope that I'm saying, like, for instance, as much as I love Rise of the Planet of the Apes, it felt like a movie. War for the Planet of the Apes, as this concluding chapter of a trilogy, it works on so many levels as something more than just a movie. It doesn't have the movie look. And that's what I keep wanting to emphasize. It feels like something that could really happen. The Dark Knight and Batman Begins, for instance, and some of the Dark Knight Rises have that vibe. And this is on par with stuff like that. It transcends that movie vibe. It becomes an experience. I was watching the film with my jaw on the floor the entire time, just at the fact that they could fix any problems that people had with CGI eyes. Like, these apes are real to me, and that's amazing. Some of the best visual effects that ever have existed, and if you ask me, anything less than this from a tentpole blockbuster film, not enough in terms of the CGI, because wow. And so the story itself feels very epic and very dynamic, and it keeps moving. It's a small but simple and yet big story at the same time. The apes, they have to go essentially into a Holocaust type scenario, have to be much more stripped down and vulnerable, and it works for so many aspects because it makes, again, the humans the villain. Because what a lot of people, if they don't see these films, from what I noticed, have a hard time grasping that the apes are the main character. Because they know the original Planet of the Apes, where the apes are kind of the villain. And so now it's like, oh no, it's the other way around. And I love that dynamic, that they can make you actually look at the humans and say, man, I kind of want you to lose right now. But yet at the same time, you understand why the villains are doing what they're doing. The humans, why they're doing what they're doing. Because honestly, if you were in that situation, you wouldn't be siding with the apes. You would want humanity to live on. And Woody Harrelson conveys this perfectly. There's just so much going on with that character. He makes a villain that you understand, but you know at the same time, he's a bit of a dick. And the way they just sort of explain things actually, to me, improves Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, because In my opinion, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was like, it's kind of okay, as I vocalized in the beginning. But this actually explained things from Dawn and said, oh, now that makes so much more sense and that's better. And it actually makes it a all-around great trilogy for me. And part of me doesn't really want another Planet of the Apes film, unless they not necessarily reboot it. I don't really want a reboot. But I think that they'd have to do something radically different, because this trilogy is just solid to me. And I love the fact that I can say that. I have to say, War for the Planet of the Apes is one of the most solid third film entries I've seen in a trilogy since Return of the King. So I have to say, War for the Planet of the Apes is absolutely a future classic. People will probably say, like, Planet of the Apes is a classic, and War for the Planet of the Apes, I think that those will be on the same tier, or almost, because Planet of the Apes has had 50 years-ish to make its mark, if you understand what I'm saying. So, anywho, what did you think, guys, gals, and everything in between? Did you enjoy this film? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got plenty more videos coming to you, because I'm back. Love you guys.